All right, guys, I am excited to talk about 4-week gut health protocol today. I love this program. I think it is perfect for those of you that are feeling off your game, that want to reset, that don't want to do a juice cleanse, because that's not what this is, but want to really look at what's affecting your body and really heal it from the inside out. And I encourage you to, number one, do this with a group. Do not do it alone. Number two, be open to trying new things, maybe new foods that you maybe never have before. And number three, know that you're not going to be a rock star on day one. That first week or so, you're going to get your footing. Things are going to happen. Obstacles are going to come up. In any program or test group that we do, you're not going to be perfect. That's not the goal here. The goal here is to follow the plan as much as you can with understanding that life happens. So we want to prepare for those challenges and expect them to come so that we can overcome them as best we possibly can. So I'm going to share with you my screen and walk through what I do when I'm starting gut protocol and what I really want you to pay attention to. So let's bring this sucker up. All right. So you can find this page going to body, and under the nutrition tab, you're going to 4-week gut protocol. This is what comes up. And there's this great part called start here. That means that you actually need to go through the videos before you start on day one. I would suggest a week or two prior going through these videos so that you can start implementing a mindset to prepare for this program, because it's most likely different than what you're used to. So there's definitely some videos to start here. Autumn has her foundation, and then there's the program guide here. Okay. So we're going to move to the lessons tab, and you'll want to go through these top 4 videos, the 4 R's: added in, calculate your health, and colorful eating health habits, all before you start the program. So a week or two prior, go through these videos. They're only 5 to 10 minutes each, so you should be able to get them done fairly quickly. And then know that each week there's a focus video that you'll want to do before you start the week. So very simple. Put a reminder in your phone. Just know that these are here to help you mentally prepare for how you're going to feel, what's coming up, how to shift and prepare for what is ahead of you. And then there's some bonus videos here to learn about some other things as you go into introducing foods and maintenance. All right. So let's go back up. There's also a tab for recipe videos. If you're someone that likes a visual, you can go through those. And then the resources tab is where the majority of things that you need to go through ahead of time are. So under the essentials tab, we're going to first look at the program guide, which I believe I have right here. So this is the first thing you're going to want to go through, read through it before you start. This is exactly where it's laid out. Watch the program videos, go through the calorie calculator, review the food list, which I'm going to go through with you guys, and learn and understand the 4 R's. So a couple main concepts here that might be different than anything you've done before. With gut protocol, it's really important that you want to start integrating 30 different plants in your diet each week. Now, some ways I like to do that, because at first it was overwhelming to me. Like, I don't have 5 variations of carrots, right? I love bag salads. I love getting the cut up veggies at Trader Joe's that have a mix of things. I love the ready veggies in a bag. Those often give you 4 to 5 veggies at once in a mixture, so that it saves time for you to cut up things and you don't have to think about it as much. So that's a kind of little pro tip there on a way to start introducing a variety and a diversity of fruits and vegetables into your diet. And that's a key component of gut protocol. The other thing is, the first week you'll notice she asks you to cook your vegetables for each meal you incorporate them into. That's because when you really take out processed foods, you take out sugars, you take out a lot of caffeine, it becomes a little bit harder to digest fresh veggies on your system. So just prepare that you'll want to cook your vegetables so they're a little easier to digest the first week. You're going to, of course, want to watch your coffee intake. We're not going to have alcohol here. We're going to limit red meat. And instead of looking at it as like, I can't have all of these things, I instead like to look at it as, what can I try that maybe I haven't tried before? Or how can I make this fun for myself in a way that I haven't done before? It's really important that you communicate to the people that are around you why you're doing this and for how long. When they know your why and why it's important to you, you will get less commentary, hopefully. You will have boundaries over what you're doing and express it. And it's really important that the people around you know that so that they can support you. And that's why it's important to do this with a group, because I guarantee you'll get someone that will say something about this, and that's cool. But guess what? They're not the one on this gut health journey. They probably wish they could do what you're doing. So stay strong and lean into the group for support. I also highly suggest pairing Gut Protocol with the supplements that are made for this program. They are very vital and important, and they make a huge difference. I think for a lot of people, they look at a program and think, well, I don't need the supplements. I can just do the nutrition program. And I promise you that they make a massive difference. So if you don't have them, you should. Let's talk to each other about how we can get you set up with those supplements. I was not a supplement girl for a long, long time until I actually was in a test group for Body and I had to follow the plan. So I am a big proponent of following the plan. It's made by a professional for a reason. We are not professionals, and we don't have nutrition backgrounds and we don't have medical degrees. And so there's a reason that the program is made how it is, which is why I also suggest that you do 4 weeks for everybody as your workout routine with this program, because it's made to do together. It will be low impact, so it's going to lower your cortisol and help with your stress management, which are also going to have some 2 videos in here to walk through that. So as you go through, it will tell you what things we're going to focus on removing, which again, I really challenge you to switch your mindset of, I'm not doing this as a bad thing. I'm doing this to serve my gut health better so that my insides can heal and take a break from the things that are bringing toxins into our body. Alcohol is a toxin. Artificial sweeteners and sugar are toxins. I love my cookies, but they just are. Gluten is very hard on the system to digest. And I've actually, since doing Gut Protocol for the first time, really switched to mostly gluten-free, and I feel so much better. I don't bloat, I don't have the inflammation. When you get attached and you finally let your body feel how good it can be, it's like you don't really miss it that much. Or the times that you do have it, you make sure it's kind of worth it to you, that it's something really good or it's something homemade you have once a year. I just think that 4 weeks is not a long time, and you have to really go into this with the right mindset. All right, so also reducing caffeine, reducing red meat to 3 times a week. Sorry, once a week. And I don't really have that problem because I don't eat that much anyways, but really watching your sugar, looking at labels and understanding what they are. When you go to the grocery store, you should mostly be shopping the perimeter edge. So just don't even go down those middle aisles, because most of those products are a no-no. They are made with lots of crap. They are made to make us feel bloated and inflamed. They contain ingredients that make their shelf life longer, which means there's plastics, there's toxins, there's crap that's going into your body that is going to prevent you from losing weight. That's going to prevent you from feeling good. That's going to prevent you from having the energy you want to have. The things that we're struggling with of why we're doing this program is made in those middle aisles. So when you kind of really switch your brain from I'm going on a diet to I'm healing my body and not putting things in it that make it feel bad, again, it really shifts the way you look at nutrition and how you're setting your body up to be able to fight disease. For me, I have a lot of things in my family history that lifestyle greatly influences when it comes to heart disease, when it comes to high cholesterol and high blood pressure. All of those things are directly correlated to lifestyle choice. So it's not our fault on where we are based on the products of things that are in our grocery stores, but it is our responsibility to take control and fuel our bodies with the best things that we can when we have better knowledge. And that's what I loved about this program. It really taught me a lot about making better choices because I want to live a longer, healthier life, not because I want to be on a diet or I want to never have fun again. It's because I don't want to suffer through the things that I've seen my family members suffer through. So making these gut health choices to me are longevity. They're elongating my healthy lifestyle so that I can truly live the life I want to have. All right, I know it got a little deep, but again, I really suggest the gut health protocol supplements. They're made for this program, as well as vegan Shakeology. And now we have 0 grams of sugar Shakeology, which is even better. So just to give you a background, the Optimize helps support a functional digestive tract, and it contains a blend of digestive enzymes and camu camo to help support nutrient absorption. So it's really going to make sure the things that you're eating are being digested properly. The Revitalize is a prebiotic and probiotic blend that helps support beneficial flora in the gastrointestinal tract, where most of us suffer. Probiotics help the body maintain the right environment for healthy intestinal flora, and they feed friendly bacteria in the digestive tract, making them either grow or become more active. So this directly correlates to where cancer and disease can grow, how we get sick and we can't fight it off. I personally have not been, knock on wood, besides COVID once, really sick in the last 10 years. And I really directly correlate that to having my shake every single day. It seems silly, but it's true. And I know if you're a teacher or you're a mom and have kids, obviously you're exposed to a lot more disease and crummy stuff. But that's even why it's more important to make sure that you have the right supplements in your hand. So really encourage you with 4-week gut protocol, having Shakeology on hand to also have a chocolate mug cake at night so that I didn't feel like I was missing dessert was phenomenal. All right. So let's go back. Also, you'll need to go and calculate based on your targets what you should be aiming for and what plan. And Autumn did put together a cool little meal planning toolkit. If you're someone that likes to keep it simple, you just need to know which plan you're going for. And then she came up with a getting started guide that really walks you through how to meal plan. I personally don't, and Autumn says this too, I don't like massively meal plan. I like having things on hand that I enjoy, and then I kind of mix them up for like a bowl or a wrap or just kind of throwing things together on a plate. I am pretty basic, and I don't think that you need to make massive amounts of meals to do this program successfully. So some suggestions she gave in here is actual breakdowns of what you can do. So breakfast, fixate breakfast sausage, rolled oats, sauteed broccoli. So really having those veggies in every meal. A snack of Shakeology makes it super duper easy. The frozen rice cauliflower in your shake adds an extra veggie. I like to put spinach in mine, and then a frozen fruit of your choice. Then she'll go to lunch as an option. Like this is just like basic. If you don't want to do a lot of work, the brain power is already here. How I like to start with the food portion is I go to the food list first, and you can always print this out, and I'll go through and highlight the veggies I totally like, or what each section is. Make sure that you pay attention after each vegetable. There's some different designations here. So you want to make sure you pay attention to that. I know she stars these, so like these foods don't fit in the containers, so you just use the amount that they listed. And then especially what's different in this program is there's different types of red containers that you need to pay attention to. And it will give you, based on your plan, how many you should have each day of each one. So that's a little bit different than if you've done Portion Fix before. And then also same thing for the yellow containers. So it takes a little bit of a brain power and planning ahead when you first start this, but I promise it's not hard. But just know to try to keep it simple that first week for yourself. Go out and pick the things that you like in here first, and then maybe highlight with a different color some things you'd like to try or open yourself up to. I, for instance, did not what was the fermented foods are also different in here. Let me scroll down to those. So there is free foods on here, and the F stands for fermented foods, and she suggests that you have those 3 times a week to help with digestion. So I'm not a big sauerkraut person. I committed to trying kimchi, which is kind of a spicier option that you can kind of mix in well with things, whether it's sauteed veggies and protein, or if you're just making dinner. Miso is another good one. And then like kimchi was kind of my go-to one when I first started this because I just didn't know about any of the other ones really. So I stuck to that. And then there's also a really great recipe for fermented blueberries, which I haven't tried yet. That's something that's on my list. You definitely want to watch your coffee and what you add into it. So her matcha recipe that she's really obsessed with is also shared back in the original platform. But this really walks you through and gives you ideas of what to stick to. And all of the answers are here. Yes, I still had my shake. Yes, I still did my supplements as far as Recover and Energize. I do recommend doing the vegan blend of Recover if you're really going to stick to the program. It's not going to make or break what you're doing, in my opinion. But if you really want to stick to things, that's what you should be doing. But this is container followed and it is based on your breakdown of your containers, which I'll just bring up real quick. So you'll do your calculation, you'll find out based on your goals what you want to do, and then you'll know here how many of each. Now, the cool thing is in the Body app, a lot of us forget we have this, but there's already under tracking, there's already a portion option here. So that's a really great way to track what you're eating if you forget. For most people, 6 veggies is a lot, and it's going to be a challenge for the first week. You're going to feel full like you don't expect, but it's full of the good stuff. And that's where your body is going to have a transition period. So expect that there's actually a poop chart in here that you should be paying attention to so that you can analyze what's going on with your body. You should be pooping every day. If you're not, this program's going to help you do that. No, you're not going to go crazy and all over the place, but just know there's going to be some adjustments. It's normal to have some bloating and gas in the first week or two because your body's readjusting to welcome in good food rather than toxic food. So don't be afraid to ask if you're feeling something. Also, headaches are normal, especially if you've been drinking a lot of caffeine and you're lowering that intake. But it's just really planning ahead like any other thing. I'm just looking at my list to see if there's other things. You really want to pay attention to labels. Most things in a box processed are out. You will be eating mostly pure food like we're supposed to. That's what our body likes. And I just really encourage you to be open about what you're doing. So I generally like to keep a few things that I like, mix them up, make some bowls. The last thing I'll say is I highly recommend having the Gut Protocol Health Cookbook. There is a lot of recipes on Body, but there's even more in here. And I'll just share some of my favorite ones in here because I get bored sometimes and I like just other ideas. So the cauliflower rice taco bowl is a good one. I like to go to. Also, I should just go to my tabs because I have them. The shrimp pad thai, that was a great one that I really liked. Give you guys some other ideas. The blueberry broccoli salad, very good. I didn't try that one yet, so I can't speak to that. Same with that one. Like there's so many options I still haven't tried. BLT bowl, love that. Super simple, super easy. Probably your family will love it. Blueberry dessert hummus, duh, because of course there's desserts in here. Bobby's broccoli pesto, that's a great way to kind of mix in a non-salad dressing because those are off the table. You can have dressing, of course, but just make sure that you're making it yourself because there's a lot of hidden things that are toxins in bottled salad dressing. Cookie dough ice cream is in here. That is amazing. And then the coconut lime dip with watermelon spears. So there's just some good ideas in here. I like to pick 2 or 3 to try a week so I'm not overwhelmed and I keep it simple. But mostly, I would say just plan ahead. Give yourself a week or 2 to settle in, connect with your team, plug into a community that's also doing gut protocol. I don't think that this is feasible to do by yourself because it's challenging, it's different, it's intentional, but come week 2 and 3, you're going to feel so good. And this is really a lifestyle I have mostly kept to over the last, I'd say, year or so. And it's made such a big difference in me going through a challenging year and really coming back to feeling my best self. So if you have any questions, reach out to me. But I know you're going to rock Gut Protocol. You're going to feel so good. Your skin's going to be glowing. Your inflammation's going to go down. Really think about how you want to feel week 4 and be proud of yourself. And take each day, one day at a time, with the right tools in your toolbox with Shakeology and the supplements. All right, y'all. I hope this was helpful, and I can't wait to see you rock your journey.